What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Trey the Brute Daniels, and welcome to another episode of Brutal Rant. So, today we're going to be talking about something that's just extremely disappointing. Let's just get into it. The Injustice movie. I was extremely disappointed with this film, and the more I think about it, the more disappointed I get. Squeak time. Let's do this. Before I even just start jumping into this thing, for just for clarity's sake, I was a huge fan of the comic line and a fan of the video game series. So therefore, my blood is already boiling, and so there's just certain things about this I just fell flat for me, bro. Let's just do it. Forget it. So let's just talk about the one thing I actually really liked. Like the first 5 minutes of this was captivating and it was a lot of fun. And it was pretty much scene for scene what the comic and the video game did. So that, for the most part, we'll get to that. But I liked the premise. I liked the whole Joker bit, the whole thing, the bomb to the heart, all that stuff worked. I liked all of that. Then it just after that, all the wheels just came off. Okay. Let's just talk. Let's talk about something that was so glaring that I almost made my head freaking spin. The Flash is murdered in cold blood by one of Joker's traps. And like they use Scarecrow's fear toxin in a room. It traps him in there. He gets paralyzed with fear. And then a Saw comes and kills him. Okay, fine, whatever. That's whatever. You want to do that, that's whatever. Here's the problem. No one mentions him. No one. No members of the Justice League, no, the news, nothing. This is the Flash we're talking about here. This is the Flash, one of the most popular characters in all of the DC universe, was murdered and no one even mentioned it. Nobody. Everybody, like it didn't happen. He was murdered in cold blood and everybody's going about their day. Justice League members and all. What? No one even sits there and be like, hey, has anybody seen Barry or Wally, whichever one he's supposed to be? Have anybody seen him? No? Maybe we should look for him. Oh man, we found out he was murdered. Oh, crap. Nothing.
Nobody cares.
Jesus Christ. Writing is important, ladies and gentlemen. Writing is important. Whatever. All right, let's move on. God, Nightwing. So in the comic and in the Injustice video game, Nightwing is killed by Damian Wayne, the Robin, at that time. Incidentally, that part is fine. Got no problem with that. Now, here's a problem I've had with what they did after this death in the comic and in this book. I didn't like. Turning him into Dead Man is ridiculous. Deadwing, whatever. Like the Indian god shows up and then it's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a second chance as Dead Man, and you'll be dubbed Deadwing, and now you're. It didn't fit it didn't fit the story well in this film at all. At all. What do you do? Possess what was that? A cyborg once, and then Damian at the end to fight Ra's al Ghul. It was weak. I was confused. I'm like, bruh, did we need him to do this? Like, I felt like you're just shoving him in there, just give him stuff to do. And that joke was lame, man. Sauce. I was not happy about this, man. I had really high hopes for this movie, and you know how I like DC animated films. I have them on a very high pedestal. They just did not do it for me. So get out of that. Let's talk about Superman. Superman is one of the most glaring issues I had with this film. Initially, when things were following, like how the comic goes and how the video game goes, it was fine. Of him like, hey, I don't want this to happen to anybody else, so I have to take over, no more wars and all this other stuff, creating the totalitarianistic state. I'm all in. But then it just divulged into him just being a murderous psychopath for no reason. Like, even if you go back and look at the Injustice book and in the Injustice Injustice video game, it was those that stood in his way, the ones that were standing in the way of what he saw as progress. That's the people he dealt with. This man went into a daggone nightclub with a bunch of kids dancing around that weren't breaking the law, may I add, and murdered them all because they were, I guess, jokers. They were like Joker supporters, whatever. And he murdered all of them. I'm just like, bro,
Try.
what? Did I miss something? Like, he just became a murderer, and it's like, oh, I'm just killing everybody I want, and then aligning himself with Ra's al Ghul for no reason at all. And then they threw Amazo in. Oh, golly, man, this joint was all freaking over the place. I'm like, what's Amazo got to do? What does Dr. Ivo's robot got to do with Ra's? And then Ra's tricks. Man. This movie was disappointing, bro. It's disappointing. So everything about Superman was weak sauce. And so then he fights himself, as done in the comic, and then, you know, alternate universe Lois shows up and like, hey, you'll be good, and then you're like, what have I done? Bruh, man, whatever, man. Screw it. Moving on. Here's another big problem. The Justice League is straight trash in this film. All of them. Straight garbage. So once Superman, you know, kills Joker and everything, this scene really pissed me off. So basically, the Green Lanterns all just leave. Like, all right, well, we're going back to Oa, bye. And then all the magic users like, oh, well, we're leaving the League and you can do whatever you want. What the heck is going on? I'm like, yo, what? It doesn't make any sense. Like, they're just going to roll over? I mean, it's not even rolling over. They're all just leaving. I'm like, oh, well, we're not going to argue or say, like, hey, you're crazy. Except for Aquaman. I guess who would have thought Aquaman was the only one with some stones? It was like, all right, nah, you tripping, dog. I'm a bounce because I don't want no part of your foolishness. That made sense because he's a part-timer anyway. Good Lord. Man, that was disappointing, man. It was disappointing. And then oh man, what did they do to my girl? Wonder Woman, man, she was sauce, man. Like according, I was with her all the way, like, hey, doing what's necessary, clean up the world, doing what you do, I'm with you, I got your back. And then when it was revealed that he killed all them kids and whatnot, she was like, oh, you really did that? He's like, nah, it's just Batman playing games with me. It just had to happen. And she was like, oh, for real? And then just continued all the way until the end. It's like, oh wait, I thought it was just momentary craziness. I'm like, yo, girl, you Wonder Woman. You take on gods and you got hands. And then she was kowtowing to this dude for no reason. That junk was whack. Whatever, man. This movie was disappointing. Look, and I'm sure there's some folks out there that like this movie. Like, if you like it, good for you. Enjoy. But this junk was disappointing to me because the source material is so good. And what was thrown together here was a darn near abomination. And that junk was hard to watch, and it hurt my soul. So for those normies out there that know nothing about Injustice and everything, allow me to regale you on something that's a lot more interesting. Check out the game. The Injustice video game is tremendous. The story is great. Both of the games, Injustice 1 and 2. Both of those, one, continuous story. It really, really dives deep into what really went down and Superman creating this totalitarianistic state. It's really cool. And then Batman leading an insurgency of other heroes. It's not just 3 or 4 people, man. It was like they had a faction. And even Damian Wayne makes more sense in the video game one. That movie sucked, man. Alright, but also, okay. Check out the comic. Check out the Injustice comic. It's great. Get it on Amazon, eBay, wherever you can get your hands on it. Go go watch this. Go read this, because this, whatever it is I watched, didn't do this source material justice whatsoever, and it was very disappointing. Now, not to say that there was nothing good in this movie. That's not what I'm saying. Like, after Dick was killed by Robin, seeing the emotional breakdown of Batman was really cool to see, because that was his son. You know, he loved him. That stuff was cool. Those emotional moments. The death of Lois in the beginning, like I said, the beginning was very good. The death of Lois in the beginning, really poignant. It really hit home, because, you know, it was following the beats, but then it just got out of control and went off the rails, and it got really weird really fast. But so if y'all enjoy this movie, please tell me if you've enjoyed it and why you do, because I'm lost, dazed, and confused. So that's all I really got for that. So definitely give me all your thoughts in the comment section below on what you liked about it. Yeah, so a little housekeeping, ladies and gentlemen. Trouble, the Rhythm Within Part 6 is closer and closer to coming out. No official release date as of yet, but check out the cover. Tell me what you think about the cover. I wanted to catch that 80s, 90s vibe, and I think we caught it pretty well. And if you haven't seen, I've said that word so many times. If you haven't caught up on the entire series, I'll leave a link in the description section below. Check it out. Tell me what you think about the comic series. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I really have for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the vid. And follow me on all those dope social media platforms. And don't forget to comment below what you thought about the Injustice movie. Like, dislike, whatever. I'd like to know. So that's all I got for today, and I'll catch you all next time. Also, if you want to support my channel, check out spinwiz.com or download the Spinwiz app and check out my comic series, Trouble. It was written with a lot of love, and it was definitely my favorite comic series to write. I've also written it in English and in Spanish, so whatever floats your boat, I got it for you. Thanks again, and check it out.